the titanic, terrifying battle between the most terrifying monsters within our community come together for one giant clash. The following announcement has been paid for by Monsters with Attitude.
We are your podcast's favorite podcast, living off of one phrase, 3 words. Embrace the attitude.
What's up, listeners of Attitude? This is your boy, Gargantuas 1090, here today with my other brothers from other mothers, as we sit here to talk about a very, very violent sibling rivalry. But before we get into that, let me go and talk to my boys are here right now. Mr. Sampson rests over to my right-hand side. Sampson, how you doing today?
I'm alive.
All right.
What?
on that note, below him, this the Loppy Poppy, Eric. Eric, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well. Talking about a very amazing film, in my opinion, one of my favorites, and I think it's something that we can kind of all relate to, especially like us here at MWA. We have our little bit of a rivalry, as you could call it, I guess, but it's all in fun, and we give and break each other's balls a little bit here and there, but it's all good fun, and we can move past it and still be friends at the end of the day. And this movie kind of reminds me of that's kind of what we do. It's that, like, when you said brotherly love, in a sense, but if you're siblings, that you're gonna fight, you're gonna bicker, you're not gonna do everything that they want to do and agree with them, and it's just kind of it is what it is, and that's the name of the game, honestly. So it's gonna be a fun discussion, and hopefully we got some either hot takes or some things that maybe we wouldn't think of or something like that or whatever, because this is a really great movie, in my opinion. It's my favorite non-Godzilla Toho film, and can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, no, screw that. I'm dragging you into a volcano.
Oh yeah, you're coming with me then, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see what happens.
I ain't going alone.
And of course, since we have some haters of this movie, Joe and Joe couldn't join us today, we got the articulated pimp simp himself, Oscar Felice, joining us today to round up this motley crew of moviegoers. Oscar, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm Oscar. You might think you know me, but you have no idea. Yes, I am excited. I actually rewatched the film on my own time last night, and I'm glad to rewatch it again because it really brought me my joy of the film again, and I cannot wait to discuss this with the rest of you gentlemen right here.
You didn't watch with us?
Well, I don't mind the commentary, but when I'm really focusing on a movie, or like if I really want to enjoy it, it has to be with a serious tone.
Don't beat around the bush out there.
Just say it.
He's annoying as shit.
I can take it.
I really wanted to, trust me, but I already started the film like 30 minutes before Samson did, actually.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I was like, man, I really starting to. It's really growing on me. Even though I watched the War of the Gargantuas late into the game, I didn't watch it as a kid. I was watching it later on more as an adult. So, yeah, it's really going up there on as my top 10 non-Godzilla films. But we'll see.
Easily.
Awesome.
Easily.
Top 10. I have comments for that, but we'll get to that later. Eric, who we got sitting in the chat with us today?
Oh, let's see who's in the chat and gonna enjoy this.
Oh, let's see who's in the
First
chat.
off, Mr. Frank the Tank himself, the first commenter of the night. Ohio guys, I'll jump on when I can, hosting the Admiral of Postal Services today. Ooh, I mean, better be saluting him and fix your tie and everything. So, but yeah.
Oh,
obviously.
Also, how was Spider-Man?
Ooh, hey, well, that's off stream. Okay, that's off stream.
That is off stream.
That's something else.
I want to know.
No. Other than that, Michael, what's going on? Good day from him. After that, Nathaniel, hi. I wish the ending would be where Sanda snaps Gyra's neck and then the army stabs him in the back and kills him to prevent the cell from multiplying. Then 50 Gargantuas show up. Earth is doomed. You're a little dark, Nathaniel. You're a little dark. Not gonna lie.
I was very dark.
Hey, nothing. Hey, nothing wrong with a dark ending on my part.
Calm down, man. Holy buckets.
Who hurt you?
Nathaniel, Gyra is the scariest kaiju ever. Hedora close second. He looks and sounds scary, eats humans, and is very quick and stealthy like a big ninja. Holy crap. Also, Nathaniel keeps going. I saw this movie for the first time when I was 6 on Grandpa's Super Scary Saturdays on TBS. I thought it was 2 King Kongs when I saw the preview a week earlier. Love this movie. Interesting.
Good.
DJC, what's going on? Hey, yo.
What's up, DJ?
Fanciest of cats, the Gargantuas would fit right in with these burly bearded dudes. Absolutely.
Well, 3 out of the 4 of us, yes.
That's true. I mean, that one's been demoted because he's not
refuses to grow it out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, go.
Just get to scruff it up.
Alex, Sanda versus Gyra, more like Mary J. Budman versus Nappy Blonde Fur Man.
What?
Yeah, Alex has some thoughts in the chat in the Twitter yesterday.
Well,
he went into it with a bad attitude.
Hopefully our our opinions can change or sway him or maybe make him understand it a little bit more. But everybody has their own opinions. Everybody is welcome to have them, even if they're wrong. But it's good to have them. But we still love you, Alex. Don't.
I guess.
Alex, Andrew, Sanda, and Gyra, the World of Gargantuas. What's going on? Yes, sir.
What up?
All right, man. Back to you there.
We're all caught up.
All right, sounds good. I guess before we start, do a little bit of housekeeping because, of course, make sure you want to make sure that you give your swag a little bit of attitude by checking us out at our TeePublic at teepublic.com/monsters with attitude. We can get all Monsters with Attitude gear, especially some Monsters with Attitude sweatpants, so you can make sure to give Leslie Chandler a big, nice hug in them. And rep your Leslie Robin too. He's gonna absolutely love that. Also, make sure to check us out at super7.com/Monsters with Attitude 2024, where you can get all your orders from Super 7 at a little bit of a discount, and it definitely helps us here on the channel be able to bring guests to G Fest, get giveaway prizes and things of that nature for y'all because we do love doing that. But the little bit of we get from Super 7 definitely helps us as well. Same with TeePublic. But y'all boys ready to talk some Gargantuas?
Let's do it.
All right, Sammy Whammy, get the slide ready, please.
Sammy.
Let me get non-full screen. Okay. No. Bam.
No. Ba-boom. So
first we got this story, the overall story. So of course, y'all know this movie was directed by Ishiro Honda with special effects by Ida Kubo. Why am I butchering that name after I just practiced it 8,000 times? E.J. Tsuburaya. The World of Gargantuas came out in 1966 as a Japanese-American co-production between Toho and Henry G.
Sapper something.
Sapper. That serves as a quasi sequel to the Frankenstein versus Baragon, starring Russ Teblin, which we'll talk about him in a minute. Good God. Also, Kime Mizuno and Kenji Sahara, alongside with Yusaka and why am I butchering this man's name? And of course, Hiro Nakajima as the wonderful beast. This film follows scientists investigating two giant Frankenstein monsters, Sanda and Gyra, whose conflict uh, accumulates in a destructive battle in Tokyo. After this initial Japanese release in 1966, the movie debuted in Japan and U.S. theaters 4 years later on a double bill with Monster Zero. Hmm. So,
Indeed.
so my first question for y'all is: does this movie hold true to being a direct sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World, or do you see it as its own story altogether? Eric, since I know this is your favorite non-Toho movie film, I want you to go first.
Can't hear you, Eric.
My bad. So you're asking if this is a true sequel to Frankenstein, right?
Yes.
It's hard. There's gray areas when you talk about this film being a sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World, but there is bits and pieces in this movie that literally say it is a sequel. Now, and it all just depends on which version you actually watched, because when this movie came over to the US, they took out the references of Frankenstein and they redubbed it and just called them Gargantuas. So they took out that reference of Frankenstein because they didn't want that to be referenced anywhere. So it kind of all depends on, which version you've watched or which one you've actually grew up with, I guess. But overall, I do think that this is a slight sequel to Frankenstein, just because there's too many things that connect the dots to make this a sequel. With how the Gargantuas were made, and the story, and then you have the characters and the setting, and everything is very similar to what we got previous with Frankenstein. Like I said, how these characters and these kaiju actually were made were literally, they said that these were, from Frankenstein's monster, and they mutated in certain different areas wherever they, emerged from, if it was the mountains, if it was the waters kind of thing. And to me personally, I do and really do think that this is a sequel, even though it's not like concrete evidence that this is a sequel to Frankenstein, because everybody's going to have their own opinion about what it is, or or they're like, oh, this, it's a good movie, but I don't think it should be a sequel, or it has its own thing, or people are like, oh yeah, I see the similarities, and I see that how they connect is basically could be a sequel. So, but to me personally, I think it is a sequel, just for the fact and how and what they look like. They're very Frankenstein-ish. They're very humanoid-ish. Obviously, just like Frankenstein was a human, they have that quality, but obviously other attributes as well that kind of adapted to their environments. You could say that honestly, for Gyra, my opinion, and I know we've talked about this with watching the watch parties and everything like that. To me, I think Gyra was made when, and if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, there's an alternate ending for Frankenstein Conquers the World. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And at that alternate ending, Frankenstein battles a giant octopus or odaku and gets dragged into the ocean. I truly believe that's how Gyro was made, because it makes so much sense. And I even told Samson this when we were watching this, that he's dragged into the water. Pieces of him could have came off, and literally he's already set so then he's in the water. His cells are eating off of plankton, as they said in the film, and grows up to be the green gargantua, kind of thing. So it's like that would be perfect. And then you have the battle with Baragon on Mount Fuji. A piece of him could have been ripped off from that battle. So then there you have the birth of Sanda. So like both settings are perfect to explain how they become and how they became and how they were created, honestly. So I do like that kind of stuff connects the dots for this being a sequel. And then obviously you even take it one step further and you bring in the human characters. 2 out of the 3 human characters, not the same names, not the same characters, but the same actors and actresses, come back and literally are almost the same roles where they're scientists and they're all in a group together working and talking about raising a Frankenstein or gargantuan type creature. And it's just it's so similar, so crazy that there is so many of those similarities with it. So long story short, I really do think that this is a pretty good sequel, even though there isn't maybe concrete evidence of it being a sequel. A lot of people have their different opinions. I do believe you could call this a sequel.
Thank you, Eric. Samson, what do you think?
Ditto.
Jesus Christ.
No, exactly. That's the thing about this film. I'll elaborate. Eric stole a lot of very valid points, and especially the whole alternate ending with Frankenstein. How it's kind of, this movie is more of like a nod to Frankenstein more than it is a direct sequel in my mind. But all the little Easter eggs and things, depending on how you saw the film, it does point to the Frankenstein Conquers the World movie like wholeheartedly. Especially with the alternate ending thing. If you watched it, if you keep that canon in your mind, you're like, okay, that's how Gyra came to be, and Santa fighting Baragon. That's Frankenstein fighting Baragon. That's how Santa came to be. But it's hard to call it a direct sequel when you have the exact same actors and actresses reappear, but they have different names. But you can see the kind of love letter to Frankenstein. And because I've only seen the English dub that we watched last night on our Twitch channel, that you're right, they never reference Frankenstein in this, nor do they ever call him Gyra and Santa. They just keep calling him the green Gargantua or the brown Gargantua.
Yep.
So since that's the only version I've seen, I can't connect the dots, but it is there. Eric just laid it out wholeheartedly. He perfectly described everything, and I can't I can't elaborate on that any further than what he said, because it's right there. And but I can see why it's a nod. So I'm going to call it more of a nod than a direct sequel. But if you have the Easter egg knowledge, you can be like, oh, well, this is how to connect the dots. So that's how I see it, honestly. They replaced the Nick Adams character with a different American actor, and they don't have the same names, Kumi Mizuno or Kenji Sahara's character. So it's hard to say that it is a direct sequel since they are the scientists, but they don't have the same names. So a nod, a good, very solid nod to Frankenstein instead of a direct sequel.
Okay. Oscar, what about you?
I agree with both Eric and Samson, but like me, I'm more on the sequel end, because like it would have been cool, like if they were to like say add in like say a little additional scene, or say like an alternate scenes where like where Baragon fights Frankenstein and we actually see a piece of Frankenstein's flesh or whatever landing somewhere, and then of course same thing for him and when he fought the giant octopus, because again we did see a giant octopus in this film, and then of course if you watch the alternate ending, same thing, we see a giant octopus at the end where it actually took down Frankenstein. Like I'm for sure more on the sequel side, because I really do enjoy how they really like the way I see it, like it's a sequel to me. I mean, like I said, they haven't really brought in like any Frankenstein references or anything like that from the last film, but like I've only seen the English version. Obviously, I watched the one that's free on YouTube, and and essentially just on a little side note, they actually did mention Sanda and Gyra. Sanda and Gyra, their names in the film is only brief. Whenever the military had saw the second Gargantua on there, which is which is pretty cool from the one I saw. But this one could be a good solo film as well. Especially how you view it. Like there are times, like at first I was like, oh yeah, I like this better as a solo film, but going back, like, you know what? No, to me, I'm gonna say what it should be a good. It's a good solid sequel, even though again it hasn't been really referenced that much on the film. And of course, yeah, they brought in some of the same actors from the previous film, changed a few things, changed the names, but what can you do? Overall, it's still a damn good film. However you see it, right? It's a sequel or a standalone film, or yes, or even a nod to the film or whatever. But it's just a damn good film. Nonetheless, however you view it is how you view it, and overall you're gonna enjoy it.
Eric, I saw a look on your face. I feel like I know what you were going to say. Were you going to say, what dub did you watch? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the moment you said that Sand and Guy were mentioned, I saw that look on your face like, well, so
it just shows that, like I was just saying, it just shows there's 3 different versions of this film. There is the international, there is the UPA, and then there's the Japanese. Okay. Now, what you just talked about, Oscar, you're talking about the international version where they actually said their names in it. The UPA is the one that we watched, Samson, last night, which is the one that I grew up on, which I like the best because I feel it's more natural. The other one is just lackluster and just very monotone with everything, and the voices don't match up with the characters. Like it just seems very weird. Like you see like maybe the hardened general, and you get a picture of what he's gonna sound like, and all of a sudden he starts talking and he's got a high pitched sound. It's like, whoa, that does not sound like what he should sound like as a dub. So actually, you said it perfectly. Like, and what I was explaining, like there is 3 different ways to see this, and there's bits and pieces that you're gonna get from each one that either took it out or they inserted in or whatever. But yeah, they actually, in your version, they did say the names, but in the one that I grew up on and the one that Samson has now watched a couple times, is they don't actually say it. So it's interesting to know, how you've actually seen it and which version you saw. So
wow, okay, well, I didn't know that. Wow, well, yeah, if I watched it with you guys, I would have, enjoyed it. But then with the one I saw it twice on YouTube, which is crazy. Oh well.
Absolutely.
I
yes.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I've already seen it twice. I mean, if Samson and Eric, if you guys do another watch along later on in the future, I'll watch it, and then I'll watch the other one I watched on YouTube, and I'll be like, okay, I think I like this one a little bit more than the other, but we'll see. But nonetheless, I didn't even know there was 3 versions. I mean, I know like if there was at least 2 English versions, okay, fine, and then the third one would be, of course, the subbed version where it's the Japanese original, but overall, either version, I mean, to me, it's still gonna be overall a good film. But yeah, like with the English voice acting, if it's good, great. But if it's not, then oh well. Gotta watch a different version.
It's like what I referenced last night when I said the 2 different dubs of Sea Monster. How the one that I grew up with, the VHS cut. Mm-hmm. That cut is superior, and then the international with the like camels. Ugh, I can't stand it. I don't like it.
I need to watch your version, Samson, because again, the one I got on DVD when I was a kid. Yeah, I got the high pitched voice. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
No, that's funny y'all mentioned that, because I know the version on HBO Max is the international version. Because even though I was watching the other day, I was like, this isn't the version. This isn't the version I originally watched, but okay. But yeah, the different dubbing definitely makes a difference for this film and what you get from this film. Because the international. Leslie said it best. The international version sucks monkey balls.
It is. I don't want to go. I don't want to go into that a little bit more because I might do it later. But yeah, there's a reason behind that, and what the UPA version kind of means now because of circumstances, but I'll wait and bite my tongue for that to talk about possibly later. But yeah, it's kind of pretty significant. If you see certain versions of this, it's kind of more significant than others. And then if you see like the international one, like Adrian, you said it's on HBO Max. It's also the one that you see on Tubi as well. That is the international as well. So really, that's kind of the version that's out there right now. So, but I'll wait.
And I think I know you. I think I have a slight idea of what you're talking about, Eric. I don't have it as a question in here, but the next set of questions we can tie that into it.
Okay.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, cool.
All right. Next question. So I know from one thing, at least for me, with Frankenstein Conquers the World, the pacing's kind of funky in that movie for me. So that's why I don't really watch that movie all that often because the pacing's just odd for me in that movie. But with this film, with World of Gargantuas, do you think the pacing in this film is better than the previous film? Samson, you can go first on this one.
Dang it. I'd say so, yes, because the movie starts off just immediately. You got an octopus attacking the boat. Gyra shows up. There's a fight, and there's just monster action. Boom, 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 boom throughout the whole film. We get introduced to the scientist characters and their importance with the involvement of with the two different Gargantuas, and yeah, the flow. There's never really a lull in this one. There's never like, okay, well, I'm ready for something to happen. When's Gyra going to show up? When's Santa going to? No, it's just Gyra's showing up every other scene. So it's the pacing's definitely good. Frankenstein was kind of a slow burn that led up to the final fight sequence with Baragon and Frankenstein. This one, oh man, Gyra's attacking, eating people, doing stuff. Santa shows up halfway through the film, and we're like, "Holy crap! There's a second one! Oh my god!" If you've never seen the movie, and then they start going at it because they're like, "Hey, you eat people, and I don't like that kind of thing." So, yeah, this one definitely has some better pacing compared to the previous film, and that's why I think a lot of fans really enjoy it because it just starts bam as soon as the movie begins.
Okay. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think I should say World of Gargantuas, I think just a smidge better pacing wise than Frankenstein, just for the simple fact is that we've already established some of the things that relate to the Gargantuas, right? Like, you know, the regenerative powers and all that stuff. Like, we don't have to go into that. We don't have to see that. You know, we didn't have to see that where Frankenstein lost his hand and then they start talking about his regenerative abilities and stuff, and they tried to salvage the hand and everything, and they didn't have to focus on that. They just knew that, you know, these creatures had that ability, and that kind of why they think these things were actually created was because of that. So there's some things that they kind of got to go past and actually just kind of get right into it. And let's be honest, like, yeah, we have human characters in this film, but let's be honest, they're not the main stars. The main stars of this film are the Gargantuans. Like, we're following their story. We're following why they're doing what they're doing, and then why one stops the other one and this and that. Like, they're the main focus. And like Samson said, like, it gets right into it right away. We're exposed to Gyra immediately fighting the octopus, and the story, you know, goes from there where it's pertaining to Gyro because they've already seen him. And then it kind of springs off and divides into, oh, well, these scientists had a so-called Gargantua creature at one point, you know, maybe it's them. And it just kind of, it weaved itself really nicely into each other. But we saw a lot of the environments and story revolved around Gyra. And a lot of the scenes was about him and what he's doing and exposing him, not like, oh, we see the creature and then he goes away and then he comes back. You know, it was a lot focused on Gyra and overall. So all the Gargantuas, honestly, obviously you don't even know there is a brown one until, you know, they talk about the baby one, or you could assume that, okay, it was a baby and maybe the baby turned into Gyra. Who knows, you know, besides the color change. Until, you know, halfway through the film, we're introduced, oh, there is a second one, that he does have a brother and he comes to his rescue. So I just think that it's nice that they focus on the main point, which is their Gargantuas, and that's the story. And they follow that throughout the whole movie. So the pacing is done really well in this film. So.
Okay. Oscar.
I agree with both of these guys. Again, Eric and Cedric, y'all hit the nail on the board. Like, it's a really good, really good pacing. Like, I would like, I would like if I were to throw in a film where I want to enjoy it while I'm cleaning my shelves. Oh, one of the Gargantuas is one of them because it's not too long, it's not too short. It's literally like right down the middle to where like you're enjoying the film and also you're enjoying cleaning your shelves and whatnot. And like the storytelling for the Gargantuas is perfect because yeah, like, Eric, like the story, the whole story is again more on the Gargantuas than the humans. Hell, if you just take out the characters in the film, like you can still tell the story of how Gyra and Sanda are with one another, especially when Sanda appears in the middle of the film protecting Gyra, like like the humans aren't saying, oh, what's that one? That one's protecting the other one, this and that. Like we can actually see like Santa's showing up emotion and all that stuff. Hand gestures like stop. Like looking back, like making sure nothing else is going to happen. Like it. It's like with GVK, like when Godzilla and Kong were going eye to eye. You didn't hear nothing from the humans. Like you can tell, like Godzilla and Kong are understanding one another. It's like with Santa is towards Gyra, he's protecting him, heavily damaged, almost to the brink of death until and trying to take him to the forest and protecting him. And then whenever the helicopters are finding both of them, Gyra, heads straight to the ocean. Then of course, Santa's hiding in the forest, and it's a really good film. I just love the pacing on it. Like I would actually want to watch it again after this later on when we're done. But it's oh man, it's just a really good storytelling for me. Like it's perfect pacing, and I've watched Frankenstein Conquers the World or slash versus Paragon, and yeah, the pacing is off here and there, but War of the Gargantuas, it's a really good film. Like really great pacing.
Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna throw it right back at you, Oscar, for the last question about the story. Is there anything you would change in the way the story was told? I've heard a lot of good things. I do have one gripe though, but I'll save my gripe till the end of this section. But yeah, was there anything? Is there anything you would change about the story at all, Oscar?
Oh man. um, Well, I guess. All right. Well, all right. You know how when we talk about how the film is like a direct sequel or not, like if it's I would love to see them add in like like a cut scene or like a scene from Frankenstein Conquers the World to this one to where like we see like the cells or the flesh of Frankenstein grows into Santa and Gyra in the forest and in the ocean. Like I guess like to really show off as a direct sequel to it, even though it wasn't shown in like Frankenstein Conquers the World. Um, and then what else would I want? Like I would change that, say from the beginning, and I would say, uh, I would say would be like I would like to change the ending, but then again, the ending it just really gave out like that climax, final battle to where like they're fighting in the ocean and they're completely gone. But I think that would be the only change I would do is like actually like make it confirm like it is a direct sequel. Like we see the cells growing or whatever, but we don't know for sure like which one is the good or evil one until we see one of the Gargantuas first. I think that would be the only thing. I'm sure Eric, Samson, and you as well, Adrian. I'm sure you guys will have better answers than I do. So, but yeah, that's like the only thing that I would actually want to change.
Okay. Sammy Wemby?
Well, Oscar, don't hold your breath because that's pretty much it for me. Just a more direct, like, please tie it in more obviously that they are clones slash
Okay. He's talking to them.
He's talking.
I'm sorry. Somebody
One
came to my
moment,
door
please.
the moment that I'm talking. I'm really sorry, guys. Now I lost my train of thought.
Changing
So what
something
was I
about the
saying?
film.
That yeah, just a more direct tie-in with Frankenstein. Like let's how they were cloned. from the Frankenstein cells, and then the ending. It just kind of like, okay, a volcano just out of nowhere. Oh, it was it right there. Dang it. Stole my answer again. Yeah, it just kind of seemed like, oh man, we got this. They're going out in the water, they're fighting, and then a volcano shows up and just kills both of them. The end. So
okay, okay. Now I got my other ending. Yeah, I get your sense. I already have like changed the ending, and I got one. Gotcha. But I go ahead.
I don't know how, but maybe something more climactic instead of just the end, because it was just like the volcano showed up and we think they both died, and then it goes back to the volcano and so the end pops up on screen. So, yeah.
Okay.
Just those two things. It's pretty much exactly what you said.
Yeah. Before Eric, Adrian, I would like to. Yeah, I just want to say this real quick. Yeah, I'm with you. Said yeah. Also change the ending. Yeah, I feel like Sanda should unfortunately have to kill Gyra, and then the military would have to put down Sanda. I feel like that would be a lot more better ending than the volcano thing. Okay, that's it. Sorry, I had to say it first.
I mean, Leslie's a little correct there. He goes, to be fair, Earthquake came out of nowhere that drove away the monsters of the previous film. Just saying.
Right.
That's true. I
okay.
never understood that. I never understood that ending because it was like, whoa, wait, what? Why did the sinkhole come out of nowhere? Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Eric? What would you change?
As much as I like this, there's just nitpicks. And I'll kind of piggyback with what Samson and Oscar kind of already said. More explanation on how they were formed. Maybe see, like Oscar said, see the cells multiplying, maybe growing, something like that in two different areas or something. Do that. Or the ending, yes, was anticlimactic. We didn't actually see them go in. We literally saw them fighting in smoke and making their way out there. Then all of a sudden it cuts away, then cuts back, and then all of a sudden it's just black smoke, and you're just assuming they went in. I would have actually liked to see them both actually fall in and actually see them go in. It would have been a better ending for me and the end of that story, honestly. Overall, not a pan away and then come back and they're like, oh, they're gone. Like that was a little cop out. But yeah, you could have done something where they fall into the volcano and actually into the magma and whatnot. So and then honestly, get Russ Hamlin or Tamlin the hell out of the film, man. Like I'm sorry, but he phoned it in so much. Like if we were to get Nick Adams again for another one, that would have been just awesome. And it's a kind of a what if that'll never actually happen, obviously. But it sucks that they didn't want to bring him back, and it wasn't Toho wanting to bring him back. That was actually Saperstein, was the one who didn't bring him back. There was actually the role was for somebody else, and during pre-production. They had to replace this guy, and then Russ Tamlin was inputted into that role, and that's what it is. So I think Russ didn't have the mindset or the want to do it. It was just kind of a collect a paycheck and move on kind of thing. I hate to say that about anybody, but so that stuff does happen in Hollywood and obviously in normal today jobs and stuff like that. So I mean, who knows? Nobody could ever know unless it's the people that were involved, but I regress.
Yep.
And then I agree with Leslie and a lot of other people, like have the definitive tie-in with them to make it a sequel to Frankenstein. Now I know that they didn't want to do that because the previous film before Saperstein was trying to get the Frankenstein Conquers the World, and he was wanting to be the one that was behind it and actually help produce it and stuff. Well, it was taken away by another company. And so when they started talking and the Japanese referring to Frankenstein and kind of alluding to it being a sequel, Saperstein didn't like that because of what they did to him previously. So when they redubbed it, he made sure that any reference to Frankenstein was taken out. That's why they actually call them Gargantuas instead. So that's kind of why you get that kind of a yin and yang kind of thing where there isn't that, cohesivity between them because of there was just behind the scenes drama that happened. And so they didn't want to be known to be part of each other just because of people behind it. So, but yeah, just those few things, just little nitpicks. But overall, I still think it's a very solid film.
Oh, and also the male actors acting. Let's work on that a little bit more. Is very monotone.
Yeah. You must have missed, but
Yeah,
I just said like take Russ Hamlin out of the whole film completely. So
yeah, sorry. It's of course it's always when we're doing stuff that people are here.
But there's a funny story as to why, especially in the UPA version, why he sounds the way that he sounds.
Okay.
Do tell.
I don't know. Are we talking about characters? Are we talking about like it?
That's actually right. That's actually
okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Ironically, that's the next. Everything y'all said, I completely agree with. I was about to go on a toe tangent, but y'all did it for me, so I'm y'all said what I was going to say about the film already. All right, so next slide, actually, Samson.
Let's see.
Already kind of gave it away, but
oh yeah, absolutely. So, like, I don't want to discredit him as a actor altogether. It's just his portrayal and his so-called effort in this film was not the best, I guess you could say, or perceived very good. But like I said, there is something that go along lines of why he sounds the way he does. So yeah.
So as Eric did mention, Tap Hunter is actually originally supposed to replace Nick Adams, but he did ultimately get replaced by Russ Tiblin, which we all know how we feel about him. And apparently on the set, he was very difficult to deal with, honestly. He frequently improvised lines and ignored directional instructions from everybody. Despite these challenges, principal photography moved quickly, running from May to June in 1966, with special effects shooting finishing in July. So, Eric, why did they make him sound the way he did? I'm intrigued for that stupid questions.
All right, so to kind of expand what you just said, I guess I mean, like I said, I don't want to discredit somebody and talk down on them and whatever and say they're a bad person, whatever for whatever. But when there's other evidence and other people saying the same thing, you kind of have to go with the majority, but not always. But as pertaining to this, according to Ishiro Honda, that he was very difficult to work with, and he actually improv'd a lot of his lines. So a lot of the stuff that's going on is not originally what they wanted him to say. He actually took it upon himself and actually change it and go with it. And Ishiro Honda actually had to bite his tongue and actually just let him do it because of either out of respect or, with the partnership with Saperstein and Toho, where, because Saperstein is the one who brought in Russ Hamlin. And so that was their pick. That was their guy that they wanted to input into the movie. So they kind of had to work with him and actually, whatever he was kind of giving them, they kind of had to work with, honestly. So, there is that. So yeah, I hope it's not that way, but you just never know. Maybe it's, a mindset or whatever for a certain individual that's going through it. It's just kind of, not there or whatever, who knows? But actually, so in the UPA, a dub of him and why he sounds so monotone is actually because what they did is that they wanted to redub it, and they had to redub it because of when they distributed over here to the US and they had to take out a lot of the Frankenstein references and stuff like that. They had Russ come and do a reading while he refused to redub his lines A, he didn't want to. B, it's because he didn't remember what his lines were. Because he improv so much that he didn't remember what he said. So what they did was that they brought him into what they call a dead reading, and literally just secretly recorded him reading his lines normal, and then inputted that reading into the film, and that's why he sounds the way that he does. Because they needed to get past his decision making and his stubbornness, and they had to get it done, so they had to kind of trick him a little bit and actually get these readings in there, and they just threw them in there, and that's what we got. So
good job, Toho.
He sounds very dull and just unexcited or whatever on those readings, but it's because he just went in there just to read the lines, and that is it. I don't think he even knew they were recording him, and then they just inputted him, and that was it. So fun fact.
I am actually glad I did not watch that version then.
So that's why it sounds all...
At the same time, that version is the better version than the international, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh.
It is. Right, it is.
Oh,
that's exactly how I was introduced to this film, also with the UPA version, and that was the first thing I was like, why is this dude talking like he doesn't give a crap that he's getting paid to be in a movie, the entire freaking movie? And it drove me insane. So that's all I was curious about why it was like that. Like, I didn't know that before.
Yes, thank you for that trivia. Holy crap, that is good to know for sure. I learn something new every day.
All right. Which I guess since we're already talking bad about the human character, we can get to the first question. Eric, I'll give this to you first. Does the human characters in the film hold up to the casting Frankenstein Conquers the World?
No, they don't. Like Frankenstein Conquers the World. They're even. You could even say Kumi Mizuno and Sahara. Even their acting in Frankenstein was better because they actually focused on them a lot more. In this film, it was really focused on Russ Tamlin and what his character was doing and everything, and just Sahara and Mizuno were just the plus ones, and they just kind of like when they had to inputted them to make them this group, especially Sahara, he wasn't in it like as much as Frankenstein, where he actually had input. He talked to Nick Adams, you know, they had the banter back and forth and this and that and whatever. Like there was more of that. You didn't have that in this film actually, so it was definitely superior in Frankenstein, but it's so similar because like I stated earlier, they could have literally just named them the same characters and just inputted them into this film, and honestly it would have been fine. Honestly, it would have been great, and that would have been another one of the connecting the dots they could have done to really make this a solid sequel, is just literally same names. And even if Russ replaced Nick, still had the same name and would have been the same characters, it would have made a lot more sense for everything. But yeah, my money is on Frankenstein's cast because they just did a better job.
Okay. Sammy Whammy.
All right, highlight everything Eric just said, copy, and paste. So yeah, it's whoa, did Eric just freeze? Oh god, you totally look like you froze. I couldn't tell. You weren't moving at all. You were dead, man.
I'm
it's Nick Adams. You can't beat Nick Adams. We all love him, even though we know kind of some of his background. We still love him in the movies that he's in. And again, because of that weird dubbing that they did with Russ Tamlin, he's not the same. It's not the same. And Eric said it perfectly. Frankenstein was more character driven for like the majority of the film until we got to the ending with the fight sequence. So the acting had to be like real true acting. And for this one, they were just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Just they exist in the film, but no. So to answer your question, Frankenstein did have the better casting for sure.
Okay, Oscar.
click on Samson's. Go back to Eric's. Yeah, even though I've watched Frankenstein Conquers the World only once years ago, I still will prefer the cast, the characters, the acting more than War of the Gargantuas here. I mean, each act, great. Every actor and actress, they did a damn good job in their own rights. But yeah, if I had to pick, Frankenstein Conquers the World cast for sure, hands down, over War of the Gargantuas. That's it.
Okay, okay. Which actually, Eric, you already kind of answered this. I guess you can probably elaborate in this question a little bit more. With this being a quote unquote sequel, should the original cast have come back, even though we do have a lot of familiar faces in this film?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I get why they didn't, because of what I've already stated with the the discrepancies or the disagreements on what happened with one individual and his company to the previous film and blah blah blah, and they couldn't do that continuation type thing. But I think they wanted to do something very similar to it, because I think wholeheartedly Toho in Japan and Ishiro Honda wanted this to be a sequel, like wholeheartedly, like they wanted it to be a continuation of Frankenstein Conquers the World. But what you want as an employee isn't always what you're going to get from your boss. Okay. If that makes sense. You wish, or you see something a certain way and you want to do it, and the way that you do it makes sense and it's efficient and people are going to like it and everything, and you want to do this, and then you tell your boss this and your boss is like, no, we're going to do it this way, and it completely kind of derails everything. That's kind of what happened here, honestly. And it sucks. It sucks because like I said, we see this as a loosely sequel, but it also could be a sequel. Literally, like it could be a standalone, it could be a loose sequel, or it could just be a sequel, honestly, just by connecting the dots. So whatever one, you're not going to be wrong, honestly. It's how you perceive it. But yeah, it would have been great to have everybody return from the previous. Obviously, like I said, 2 out of 3 already did, and they just inputted another American male lead and replaced Nick Adams. So unfortunately, that sucks, but kind of it is what it is. And who knows if they would have actually went with the original American actor, which I forget his name. I think his name is Ted or Ned or something like that.
Tab Hunter.
Tab Hunter. Thank you. If they went with him, what would the human cast, what the portrayal and what they gave to us, would it have been a lot better than what we got from Russ Hamlin? Obviously, we're all going to say probably yes, obviously, because of what we got on film from Russ and everything. Unfortunately, I do agree with Leslie and what he said, where I think Tamlin thought he was better than what his role was and what kind of film he was in. And so I think he looked down on the film and the production. And like I said, basically just went in there to collect a paycheck and just kind of, punched out for the day. And that's all we got of him. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not trying to say he's a bad actor overall, but in this particular film, we just didn't get his A+ performance, honestly. But honestly, even with him in it and how bad he is and his lines and everything, I look past all of that and I honestly just focus on the main characters, which are Gyra and Sanda in the film.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. Oscar.
Yeah, like what Eric said, like us as fans, we want this and that in every film or TV show, but at the end of the day, the producers, directors, the companies, they're the ones that are doing the decision making. They're like, oh, like they hear us like wanting this and that for the next projects, but it really doesn't come to pass at all, But like would this film have gone like character wise would have been better with what you meant, like what the other what the other actor's name was? It probably would have been, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, like what Eric, also another thing, I agree with Eric. the main focus on the film isn't the human characters. Again, it's the Gargantuas. It's Sanda and Gara, plain and simple. Take out the pretty much just take out the entire dialogue, no human characters, and just let Gara and Senna tell the story. That's it. But I mean, even though they pretty much did, but like again, no human characters at all. Just let the music, the roars, the emotions of the monsters play through, and we get the story. It's like with what was the show the Primal show, no, there's no human dialogues, no nothing. It's just the music, the emotions, everything that's going on the show. It's like with Sun and Gara right here, and that's it.
Okay. Samson.
I'm sorry. People will not leave me alone tonight. What's the question? What's the topic that we're asking now about the human cast?
With this being a quote unquote sequel, should the original cast have come back, even though we do have a lot of familiar faces in the film?
Yeah, that was kind of my gripe when we were saying what could they have changed to make this better. When you asked that one, if only they had brought Nick Adams back. If the characters had the same names, it would have had a better direct tie-in with Frankenstein to like definitively tell us that yes, it is a sequel. And now learning what I'm learning, thanks to Eric's amazing trivia, the fact that Russ Tamblyn, however you pronounce it, he was a difficult person to work with, and he kind of thought a little too highly of himself. That kind of gives me more of an opinion about him in the way that he is in the film. I mean, hey, sometimes actors are in a bad mood and they don't give their best on screen. It happens. It's not always 100% with every single actor. But yeah, I would have liked Nick Adams to return and then the characters to have the same name to give it more of a direct tie-in. Now, I missed it. I didn't see it.
Oh, sorry.
He left his comment.
I'm not gonna read it out loud, but yeah, this is true. This is true. With actually Tamlin going to conventions and actually being, sought after because people want to see him and everything. That I have heard that he is warming up to the idea of the film and because it has a cult following. But like he says, a little too late, to really kind of love the film and what you did, so.
All right.
So last question. Last question. Do you feel, and I'll go with you first on this one, Oscar. Do you feel that Dr. Akami and Dr. Stewart had the same sense of urgency to handle the situation as Dr. James and Dr. Suko with Frankenstein?
Suiko.
Oh, I would say yes and no, but I feel like they could have done a whole lot more. I feel like because I don't know, like she really shows up, like she cares about what's going on, especially with Sanda and all that. But I feel like they could have done with her character, like they could have really pushed it to be a little bit more like that hard, like I wouldn't say like hardcore, but like that real like that one female character where like if it's not going to get done, she'll have to do it herself. Actually going out there to really push to like convince the general and all the others, like, hey, this is what's going on. Like this is how Sanda was when he was an infant. How everything was. But oh man, that's a really tough one. Like I feel like they could have really just done a whole lot more with their characters, especially like at the ending of the film. Like, oh well. They've fallen into the volcano or whatever. Like, are there any bodies? Oh no, and then it just ends like that. I'm like, I feel like they should have at least actually seen it happening. But again, like Akimi, right? Yeah, Akimi. I feel like I don't know. I feel like with her character, like it's like that damsel in distress kind of thing, but. Oh man, it's really tough when it comes down to like saying like, man, this question really is tough. I'm just trying to really bring out like what you know what, screw it. Overall, they could have just done more with her characters and of course with the other guy. But I mean, it is what it is with the film. But I feel like if they did a little bit better with their characters, I feel like the film probably would have bumped up a whole lot more. Personally, like she cares about the Sanda and Garo, like what's going on. Like that, she really wanted to show like, oh no, like we have to show like it's a different Gargantua, it's a different Frankenstein, you know. And of course, the other guy, the professor, like he's like, oh well.
Dr. Stewart.
I mean, Stewart, yeah. It should have been done a little bit better. But man, that was a really tough one on my end, Asian Nelson. But overall, yeah, I feel they could have done a whole lot more with them, like really being more front and center, like actually fighting more for Sanda, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I got correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So whoever's next.
Samson?
I feel like the sense of urgency was a little bit more, we were more aware of it in Frankenstein because you got to see that relationship with her and Frankenstein growing up from when he was smaller to when he became big. And every single time there was a sighting or they heard about where he is, her and Nick Adams' character immediately went out there to go like try to talk to him or see him or see what's going on. With this one, we only had that snippet of her feeding the young Sanda the milk and the steak and the salad, and then she kept like just the brown Gargantua, oh no. And then she was damsel in distress is what Oscar said. That was kind of more like what her character was. And then also just again with the monotone performance, or I should say dubbing, now that I know what I know. So with Russ Tamlin's character, I feel like there was more of a sense of urgency with our first cast in Frankenstein compared to this one, because once again, as we keep saying, this one was more kaiju focused than it was character focused, as where the previous film was the opposite. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Samson. Eric, what about you?
Yeah, and I'm glad that you hit that, Samson, because I was kind of hoping that someone would elaborate on that, kind of the difference between them. And I kind of see it as in Frankenstein, it was Kumi Mizuno was like a protective mom over her child, where she was very like, oh my gosh, we gotta save him kind of thing. And where Nick Adams was like the dad, go out there, support her, whatever, but also keep her safe, you know, this and that. In this film, it's almost like she was like a bigger sister that cared, but not cared like crazy enough where like she's gonna go and, you know, put everything out there on the line for him, kind of thing.
Let me go bail him out of jail.
Yeah. And then Russ Tamlin was basically like the stepdad, where he didn't give a shit about the kid and just was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
It is literally night and day, I would say, with their portrayal of their characters and their reactions and their thoughts of their feelings for, I guess you could say, like, it's not even the main protagonist, his character, honestly. And like I said, I think that goes to why you didn't see a lot of her or
Dr. Stewart?
No, Kenya Sahara's. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Kenya Sahara's character, because they focused so much with Dr. Stewart and Russ Tamlin that they didn't do anything with. Yeah, sorry, that's my dog just freaking out.
I figured.
So, that sounds like Gyra going after Santa right now. Good
he
Lord.
wants your
Good
the puppy wants
Quiet
your
down
attention,
over there.
Eric.
Jesus. Yeah, he just had a bad soul. He's all crazy and stuff like that. So
fun.
But yeah, it was just you would thought it would just been like a copy paste, but it really wasn't. And maybe that's just, you know, chalk it up to the other co-stars and everything. But one other thing I'll say is that the relationship between Kumi Mizuno and Russ Tamlin, I thought, as bad as his like performance was, I thought it was more natural than what we got with Kumi Mizuno and Nick Adams. I thought that was more tension, and it was different because obviously we've heard stories of Nick Adams and on set and him being a ladies' man and hitting on her and whatever, this and that. I think it just put a different kind of feel between those two characters, unlike where this movie, it felt like they were colleagues and they cared for one another, but not as a romantic relationship. It was just colleagues and friends and stuff like that. That's how I perceive it.
Yourself and start screaming.
Oh,
the same thing, Eric. It's all good. You got a little dog. I got little kids. It's just a thing.
Just give the puppy to me. I'll give the puppy some love.
No, probably be fine. All right, yeah, ready to go to the next next subject.
Is it the next slide or the next question in this category? Slide. Okay. All right. Controls.
All right, so of course we're going to talk about the main event, and of course this picture is brought to us by Robo7. So thank you. So of course we're going to talk about the monsters. So of course I know. So even though World of Gargantuas we have been saying it's a cult classic, it's actually affected a lot of people actually, because World of Gargantuas has left a lasting footprint on modern pop culture, serving as a key influence for numerous high-profile Attack on Titan film, where filmmakers similarly pulled visual and thematical cues from the 1966 kaiju classic. So this movie is actually hitting a lot of people here in the States and even overseas still. So this movie is still going strong 60 years later, honestly. So, Oscar, I'll ask you this first. What are your overall thoughts of the design? Yes.
Hold on. Before we keep going, there's some people are saying that they're having trouble with the stream right now. It's buffering.
Okay.
So I just did the same thing. So exit out of the stream and then come back into it, and hopefully it'll fix it for you. Because it seems like it worked for me where I exited out and then I came back in. So yeah, just kind of do that, and then hopefully that'll fix the buffering issue. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing or a YouTube thing. But yeah, just quickly do that, then come back and see if it works for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, don't show the difficulties. Technology is the best.
So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there and stuff, and just kind of hopefully everybody can get it fixed and everything. I don't think it's on our end. I'm actually looking at it right now, and it seems to be fine. It's not buffering for me anymore. And then just make sure it's live on your screen, and hopefully it'll fix itself. Hopefully, otherwise it's YouTube or StreamYard, unfortunately.
Yeah. I just looked at it on my phone, Eric. Yeah, you're right. It's clear on mine. So yeah, it's probably either everyone else's YouTube or StreamYard has one of those.
Yeah. So just okay, perfect. So we'll give them just a minute for everybody to kind of do your thing, exit out, come back in, and hopefully that'll fix it. Obviously, apologies on our end, but unfortunately, uncontrollable circumstances, as Samson likes to experience a lot.
Yes. Oh my God.
So like this is normal. So yeah, hopefully it'll fix itself.
Yep.
What's going on this summer? Jeez.
Yeah. So
the war doesn't make sense. That's what's going on this summer.
Santa and Gyra need to stop messing with the internet.
There's no stealing. There's no stealing. We just gave him props, Leslie. So don't even start that shit. Yes, at Robo7, John Bellotti Jr. Go to robo7.com. Check out all of his work. Obviously, this picture that Adrian grabbed is his art. You can get prints or T-shirts of this amazing art from him. So go support him. We support him here at MWA, and obviously good friends with him. Saw him at G Fest this year, and so go support him and everybody who went. So
yeah, well, yeah, you know what? I'm looking at this. I completely forgot about this print or art piece. That's been done. So yeah, I would love to have this as a. I would love to have this as a shirt or a physical print. When I go to G Fest next year.
I blame the gremlins. Okay, Mitchell says it's working now. Great, that's awesome. That's
cool beans.
All right.
I'm shoveling popcorn in my mouth. Probably.
Jesus.
Yes, you're very good, okay. Alex.
It's working better now. Perfect.
All right, cool. All right, Adrian, go ahead.
Commence.
All right,
Hey,
all right,
taking head
back at
on
it.
you might work on.
Oh goodness. All right, Oscar. What are your
Yeah.
overall thoughts on the design of these monsters, and which monster do you prefer of the two?
Oh, okay. Design wise, uh, Gyra, but like character wise, as it'd be Sanda because Gyra's design, it's more, it stands out a little bit more imposing and all that. But like Sanda's character, it's very like we can relate to him. We're trying to be like that bigger, older sibling, trying to protect, our younger sibling, make sure that he or she stays out of trouble and whatnot. But like Gyra's design, like, it really gives out like the ferociousness. Like he looks obviously more evil. Like it's the whole like the eyes, the nose, the teeth, and all that. Like it's really like grotesque and like it really stands out, especially when you can see their emotions in their film. Like when Santa sees Gyra like just literally chilling after eating all those innocent people, and you can see Gar's like he's in like disbelief, even like you really can't like they're not really showing that much facial expressions. You can see in their eyes like they're just like what the hell did you just do? And literally just grabs a tree and bashes him, and Gar's like, I'm going back to sleep, like I just love that. But yeah, like Gar's design wise, it's the one that I love the most. But then character in as for the monsters, it's Sanda. Um, and what else was it on that question again, Adrian? It was just the design and the overall thoughts on of the monsters, right?
Yes. Overall thoughts on the design, design of both of them.
Oh well, they're very awesome. They're very unique, and then actually, like speaking of like design wise, like not too long, I shared this on my Instagram, and like um, there's a buddy of mine on Instagram. Jared, he actually did his own like redesign of Gyro recently on Instagram. Obviously I shared it on Instagram with you guys, but like here it is. Like he really brought it like more like modernized, like giving it that more like I guess Chinese or Japanese feel to it on Gyro's face. I'm sure he's gonna do Sanda later on, but like like what you guys said, like Sanda and Gyro is like the World of Gargantuas films, like they're like it's like the film is getting more and more recognition every day, every week, every year. Like especially when you mentioned like these celebrities and creators of their of the films, and like how um they really give the film recognition. Like and like you said, Brad Pitt. I'm like really like Brad Pitt. Like that's pretty cool. Like we see all these famous actors and actresses mentioning these kinds of films, and we're like, wow, that's pretty cool. And like they're just very unique, very different, and it really stands out compared to like all the like Gamera, Ultraman, and Godzilla, monster designs. Like I just really love it, and I just cannot wait until one day either Monster Arts or Haya does articulated figures of these Gargantuas, because I would love to have them in my collection for sure. I mean, obviously you guys have y'all's X pluses and Bandai's, but these have to be articulated for me. But like they're just so cool and unique, and oh, the more and more I'm watching the film, and more stuff I'm watching on War of the Gargantuas, it's really going up there for me. It just really gives us that lasting impression. And like I don't know if there's any other questions after this, Adrian, but I want to say more, but I want to wait until there's more questions, about the about this one. But yeah, that's my answer. Love the design on Gyro the most, but like character wise, like for the monsters, it's Sand for sure.
Okay, Derek.
Yeah, absolutely. I dig it because it's very Frankensteinish. Like if we are really going off of a sequel, these are very similar to what Frankenstein looked like. And that's great because that's another continuity kind of thing that transitions over into this film to make it a sequel. Even though it's a loose sequel, it is a sequel because they look very similar to him. Mitchell said it best. He says that he likes that it still have the traditional Frankenstein brow, which is correct. Like it had that over drooping brow over their eyes and stuff like that, which actually makes them very sinister looking because it makes them very mean and just kind of different because you can't really see their eyes. So it's very shadowy and dark. And all you're getting is just like that maw and that mouth with those teeth sticking out. And that just gnarly, just I don't know, just overall facial expression looks mean and just scary. So I get it. I do love it. I love that they're both different sizes. I love that there's one bigger than the other one, kind of, and it goes with the whole brother thing. You know, you always have a big brother. You always have a little brother if you have siblings. So you're never usually the same size. So this is your sibling rivalry, and I like that Gyra is like this Tasmanian devil, like just off the wall, just scrapper, while you have Sanda as this like peacemaker, like, no, we shouldn't fight. Let's talk about this and everything. And Gyra isn't having anything of it. You know, he's like, no. He's like, you chose, and kind of thing. So yeah, I love the design. It's very different. It gives you that like Frankenstein meets like a caveman kind of thing.
Yes.
Where they have the hair, but you also have the scales, you know, and it's almost like their bodies adapted to the regions of where they grew up and where they came from. And honestly, a whole reason I think, or another speculation, I guess you could, of why they look very similar is that possibly Sanda was the original and Gyra came off of Sanda, not even from Frankenstein. So you could even make that where this is why Sanda looks the way he does, and then Gyra looks very similar to him because he's a offshoot of actually Sanda. So that's why they could be very similar in look wise. Just another thing that you could maybe see and put together.
No, you said it. I like Mabley.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that could be something that ties them together. You know, maybe Sanda knew that, or knows that, or feels that, and so he feels like he's the one that has to put him down, kind of thing. That he's like, you know, he's part of me. I have to go and, you know, make this right, kind of thing. You know, or who knows, whatever. But I love them. They look scary. They're very different. Not your traditional like reptilian look to them, even though they do have scales on them, but they didn't go all scales. It was like for protection, but also give them that hair and that more humanoid look to him. You know, they're very agile, they're limber, they can move around. I love that. Even for Godzilla franchise, I love the smaller, limber Godzilla because he can do more things. He can fight, he can scrap, he can do all this kind of stuff. I love the slimmer Godzilla look overall, and this kind of fits in there with it. So you can do a lot with this kind of look.
Samson.
Oh, Gyra all the way. He's you gotta love a villain kaiju from time to time. It can't always be about the good guys. Sure, everybody loves the superhero kaiju, but Gyra coming in, he could have come in a little sooner with that yellow dressed chick singing, and that would have made the movie immediately better. But hey, he still did make it in. He still made it in there and did got to her before she get to her second song. So thank God. But yes, I love the very aquatic look to him. He has the sharper nails also, the teeth, the bottom layer, and also this is the first time you get to see Nakajima's eyes as he can portray. So there's a little bit more emotion to it. Same with Sanda. So yeah, overall, I definitely love the Bigfoot / Yeti look to him. We hadn't seen any kaiju like this other than King Kong. So we have not gotten a Bigfoot kaiju until this time. So that was really, I like that. I mean, everybody loves a Bigfoot, zoology, stuff like that. So yeah, the fact that they took a famous zoological creature and turned it into a kaiju, that's awesome. And just mimicking everything that y'all said, their personalities, having different personalities, Gyra being the spaz, and Sanda feeling like he has to tame him. Eric, you put it, I love what you just said about he feels responsible because he knows like, he came off of me, so I have to be the one to take him down because he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. And yes, I love the fact that Nakajima, and I don't know who the suit actor is for Sanda though. I can't say who that is, but Nakajima being able to have more mobility and movement, he could do more in the suit, and that was awesome. Just overall, the two different designs are great. I don't have any complaints really. You could modernize them and make them look cooler because this was 60 years ago, for God's sake. But for a 60s film, I mean, come on, these are two cool Bigfoot, Yeti, caveman, whatever you want to call it, reptilian creatures, and I dig it.
Well, and honestly too, Samson, to go along with that, like the way that you didn't need these creatures to say anything, it was all their body expressions, it was all their faces, it was all their mannerisms that told the story of their emotions, of their what they were going through, what they wanted to do. Like, kudos to the actors in the suits, because just watching them, you knew if they were mad, if they were frustrated, if they were hurt, if whatever, all of those things were portrayed with cosmetics and aesthetics on their faces, but you could still read it through their body language and everything kind of going on. Just shows you that masters of, you know, suit acting in these two. Obviously you have Nakajima, but both of them did just tremendous jobs in portraying that emotion through these suits and through these characters without ever having to move a mouth or do anything like that. It's all just how they moved and how they acted, and it's perfect.
Yeah, you saw it perfectly with Sanda when he was chasing Gyra through the town. He kept shaking his head and being like this with his hand, like, dude, calm down. And Gyra's just like, no, get away. It's just, they did it so well with their eyes and their body language. It was captured so well. And like you said, masters of the craft.
Yeah, like I think the biggest, one of the biggest ones, I think that was like really kind of like, it goes unnoticed, but when Sanda saves Gyra, okay, and then he goes back and he comes back and you see Gyra sitting there literally on this deathbed, and he looks at him and then he looks down and he sees on the ground the clothes from humans that he ate, and like he literally has an expression of like shock on his face, and he was like, oh my god, and he turns back and then all you hear is this deep bellowing growl towards his brother. And he's like, oh, you messed up real bad, brother. And that's when he grabs a tree and goes after him, dude. Like, that right there is storytelling.
Yes, exactly. I just love that. And then also, like, when they were fighting, and you know how, and I forgot to mention this, like, with the human characters, when the military, you know, when they were saying, oh, you know, we got to kill both of them, at the end of the film, like, when the military is attacking Gyra, Santa's, like, just stepping aside, letting it happen. And then, like, when when Gyra's, like, still going on, all the military was doing, like, they're trying to kill off Gyra instead of Santa, because I've noticed in the film very carefully, it's like the humans know, okay, like, we got to kill both of them, but honestly the green was the more evil one, and Santa's like, he's going, like, he has moments where, okay, I'm attacking him, I gotta stop him, and the human characters, like, they're trying to take him down, so he's like stepping aside. I just love that, like Santa's like understands, like, the humans are trying to take down Gyra and he's trying to step aside, but then Gyra's still going and going, but he has to put him down, and like, it's just really awesome, man. Like, and yeah, essentially you mentioned, like, there's not like no like the whole Bigfoot Yeti thing. It's like when Trolls 2 came out. I hear people referencing, you know, like Trolls 2 to War of the Gargantuas, you know. I mean, yeah, you know, even though it really wasn't all that good, but it was still like a cool thing. We still get more like the whole Bigfoot Yeti, or now like Trolls monsters, you know. And then we look back like, oh, like War of the Gargantuas did it first, but like better, obviously, you know. Like, it's just pretty cool.
That movie was so bad.
Yeah, but it's still pretty cool. You know, we're still getting more like these whole like Bigfoot, you know, mythology kind of creatures, you know, especially like what you mentioned, you know, like Yeti and the Bigfoot, you're right here. And then Eric, I love how you mentioned again how Sanda is again the older brother. He was the original one, and then when Gyra piece of his skin came up and it formed Gyra, it's like, again, Gyra is like that deformed brother where like he could have looked exactly the same, but the ocean just changed him. And you know, it made, you know, and who knows if Gyra, you know, wasn't actually in the ocean, who knows if he was still around Sanda when they were little, it could have changed the whole thing, you know. But you know, it's like, what if this and that would have happened, you know, for the brothers. It's just awesome.
And that's kind of goes with what Leslie says. And even though Gyra is the villain of the story, he is also a product of his environment, being raised in the dark and brutal ocean. When you call a shark a villain because it does what Gyra does.
Ah,
So
that's
it's
a good one.
it's the environments. Yeah, it's kind of like Sanda was raised in a bougie house, and Gyra was raised in the streets. Okay, and that's kind of like
okay,
yeah. So. But
Mhm.
also too, I think thanks to Leslie and Mitchell, but the actor and Sanda was Hiroshi Sakita. He also played Ibra and Meki Kong, opposing Nakajima when he was against Godzilla and King Kong. And
Oh, okay,
Ah.
cool. That's cool.
So they have history.
They have history. Yes.
Well said, well said. Because I'm glad that everyone was able to, we was able to come to the conclusion that guy was definitely the little brother. Because we know the second child is always the crazy one. We know this as a fact.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially in this household.
Yeah, we know about your household, Samson. But
Yeah.
speaking of, I'm actually going to let you answer this first, because I know Eric can have a I think Eric can have a very interesting answer to this question. He's going last. But Samson, for you, how effective was the introduction of Gyra and Sanda in World Gargantuas? And would introducing Sanda earlier or in a different way have improved the film's pacing?
I love how, I mean, just the start of the film, it just boom, there he is. He shows up and he's tussling with that octopus, and then he messes up the boat. So that was a great intro. It just shows that, oh my god, this thing's crazy, and he's messing stuff up immediately. Should Sanda have shown up sooner? I think it was fine for what they did. I can't see, the fantasy questions are always really hard for my literal brain to answer. I think it was just fine because Gyra was getting absolutely whooped by the military, and then he shows up and he's like, "I'll save my brother." Ta-da-da. So I can't see the movie being any other way. So I think the way that they did it was just fine, and my little brain, my little literal brain can't wrap my head around any other way.
Like the size of a marble?
Yes,
Say that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not a thinking animal.
Oh my goodness. All right, what about you, Oscar?
I actually love that surprise for when Sanda appears, because like think about it, if like I mean yeah, could the film have gone better, or well, no, I wouldn't say worse, but like a whole different, trajectory. It could have been done a little bit better, like having Sanda appear earlier in the film, maybe. But personally, no, because like say if you were to show this film to a first timer, just start, when you play it, don't tell them anything, and then whenever they see like the Gargantua, like, oh, like is Gyra like that evil? Like, did something happen whenever he was an infant, like when he was growing up? And there's like, oh my gosh, like, is this gonna be the end already? And then all of a sudden, here comes the second one. Like, oh my gosh, like I love that shock factor of it. Like, it's like, don't show them the poster. Just just have them watch like War of the Gargantuas, But and then like if they were asked, oh, why is there an S? Oh, I don't know. It's just a title error. But whenever they see the second Gargantua, which is Sanda, it's that shock factor. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a second one. What does this mean? Like it gets your brain going. But I love that. I would leave it as is, because I again, like I said, the pacing was good for me. I love it, and this whole surprise for Sanda to appear, it was awesome. I love it. Again, it's still. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys feel about it sometimes, like, when you all watch it. I would actually get a little bit like chills. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. We see a second Gargantua coming in. It's Sandus, the bigger brother. It's just like wow, and it's right there. But no, I'm good. I'm good with it.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think the way they introduced him and everything about the film was perfect, because they had to establish the connection with the police wanting to find out about Gargantua and Dr. Stewart and the crew actually having one in captivity and studying one. It was just perfect kind of alignment and how the story progressed, that if he would have came in any earlier, it wouldn't have made any sense, because you had to establish Gyra as the bad guy. You had to do that, so like he had to go after people and eat them and all this stuff. Like you had to do that because you have to establish good and evil. Like you have to establish the evil one, then all of a sudden here comes the other one at first. Which, mind you, when I first watched this film, I didn't even know that even if there was a second Gargantua, honestly, even though it was War of the Gargantuas, when I watched it, I was in my early teens and knew nothing about the movie or nothing, and just watched this off of a whim, thanks to Monster Vision on TNT. That was my childhood growing up. But I think it was perfect how they introduced him, because then he comes in, you're like, well, he's a bad guy too, because he's helping the other one and helps him get away. But then we talk about, when he finds out that he ate some people and then he turns on him and he's like, no, like that's a bad thing to do. Then you realize, oh, he's there to stop him. So then you have that friction with the two, and I loved it. I think, how they put that in there and how they made the story progress, it was perfect. They couldn't have changed anything.
Okay. All right. I'll go with you first on this one, Eric, because I know this is your favorite non-Toho film, and you have high regards for it. So, where does this fight against the brothers hold up to fights in kaiju history?
Oh, come on. History,
Ooh. Oh boy! Oh, I cannot wait to answer this one.
Oh my God.
Do tell, Eric. Do tell.
I will say, so this is going to be like an asterisk here. Okay. I will say this is the best in city fight we've ever gotten in kaiju history. Like there's no other fight that beats it. I know there's some here and there, but this is the best one. Insert kaiju into a cityscape and actually utilize the city. The best out of everything that we've gotten so far. Just for the simple fact of that they were so interactive with the buildings and this and that, because it probably helped that they were on the smaller side, but it's still them going through it and them being thrown through them and interacting with them, and seeing the scales and stuff. Like it was so good. Like I think has to be my favorite cityscape fight, but overall fight, oh God, I mean, I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's so many to go through, but I could probably safely say that it's probably, in my opinion, probably the top 5 overall fights in kaiju history, honestly, just because it's a pretty lengthy fight and they're going at it nonstop. This isn't like a pause. This isn't like this is feral, animalistic, like going at it, like they're biting at each other and they're clawing at each other and throwing each other around. Like, I mean, you can't get any more real to a human than that, honestly. Like that's it was so gritty and just kind of balls to the wall, just beat them up kind of thing, where we didn't have beams. We didn't have all these fancy things. It was just straight up just teeth, claws, and fists, and they were just going at it. That's all it was. So like, it's a different scale when you're going against and just having just natural creatures with no added crazy sci-fi abilities, just going at it and making them literal just animals, where it's like a lion and a lion, or a tiger and a tiger, like, these predators going at each other. There's nothing like whimsical about it. It's literally like ass, blood, and guts. Kind of just that's what it is. Like there's no in between. It's just that's what it is, and that's what you're gonna get. And it just felt so real and so just gnarly that it's such a great fight scene that I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Samson.
All of kaiju history. God, you had to make it like that, didn't you?
Dude, I know, right? Like, come on.
If you limited it down to Showa, it's like, okay, that's an easy question. How can I answer this?
Hey, I make y'all think.
With my marble-sized brain, right? Yeah. So, all right. Showa-wise, it is the best non-Godzilla fight sequence out of the other Showa films to exist. It's better than Frankenstein versus Baragon. It's better than God, what was that other one called?
King Kong Escapes.
Well, that's one, yeah, for sure. King Kong Escapes. I like it more than that. The Space Amoebas. That's a great film, but
There wasn't really fighting in that film, though. Not really. To the very end.
But it's the best Showa non-Godzilla fight sequence to ever exist. Eric nailed it by saying the raw animalistic, just them beating each other up like two drunk guys in a bar that are fighting over some chick and just having to just go at it and messing up everything in their path. So, God, Toho really needs some kaiju insurance. Tokyo needs some kaiju insurance. Overall, though, because I'm such a Showa Godzilla fan. I'll put it in the top 10 for sure because it's entertaining enough. And Eric said, there's no pausing. There's not a to be continued. They go at it from start to finish. The moment that Sanda sees that the Gyra ate some people, they start in the forest and make their way to the city and then into the ocean. And they just keep going and throwing each other into buildings and just the buildings. Yeah, the practical effects for that were great. I mean, all these giant buildings, and the camera guy had to be stupid nervous filming that movie. Like, all right, I got to get this shot perfect the first time because we're not doing that again. If I mess up this shot, wait, is the camera rolling? Oh crap. So it's easily the best non-Godzilla, but I'll say top 10 as far as overall. God, you had to go that direction overall. So
I'm not done yet, so get this.
No.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. That's pretty animalistic.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right, Oscar.
All right, all time, including Godzilla, like the Godzilla fights, at least top 5. But like, say if it was just no Godzilla, no, but like if it's no Godzilla fights, number 1 for me, because it's just it like, you know, Eric, you said like, you know, they, you know, it's like smaller suits, you know, the actors, you know, they're not stupid big. It's like with the Gamera trilogy, they had like, you know, smaller actors in the suits, you know, they had like bigger cities and all that. Like they really took advantage of the sets, you know, the tanks and all that stuff. It's really cool. It's really great. And, you know, you can really see like the scaling of the Gargantuas, you know. And yeah, like even like how long the fight was. I think the fight overall, even if you add in or take out the human character scenes in it, I mean, like the cutaways, it was done perfectly. It's like, you know, whenever the fighting is going on here and there, and we have like small bits of the cutaway scenes with the humans. It's like a few seconds, or at least maybe like a minute or so, but like the fight still goes on. It's like maybe top 10 of the longest final battles, like with the final battle with Space Godzilla, or the final battle with Gigan and King Ghidorah, you know. Like it's really out there. Like it really shows like the craftsmanship. Like you can really see each detail of the city, of the buildings, of the tanks, the streets, and all that. So I just love that. You know, like you gotta always give props to the people that are creating the setups, the scenery, and all that stuff. Like, it's like, you know, like it's like without them, it's like the film won't be complete. You know, like you have to have you have to recognize everything. See, this movie is like it's like again, it's like if you take out one thing from the movie, it's like it's something's missing. It's not complete. I just love it. And yeah, like again, all time, at least maybe top 5 or maybe 10. Again, there's a whole variety. Because I think I even did like a top 10 final fights, before I joined the inner circle of NWA. I don't know if you remember that or not, but it was years ago. I think the fight was in my top 10, I believe. Man, I need to redo that. I need to go back to that list again and really think about it. I would love to do that again for sure in the future. But yeah, like I just love it, and it really shows off like the storytelling for sure, how that battle progresses and all that stuff. Again, I mentioned it started off out in the mountains of the forest with Gyra setting off Sanda, and then getting the damn tree, and bam, and it just keeps going on. It's like escalating to the final round. It's like in every sibling rivalry or fights, whether it involves monsters or human to human fights, like in the film Warrior. In the film Warrior, I forgot the actors' names on it, but like the build up to the final fight is going and going, and same thing with the Gargantuas. It start up in the forest and the mountains, the city, and then the ocean. That's why I feel like with the final battle of the just take out the volcano. I feel like the emotion with Sanda actually having to kill Gyra, and seeing his emotion on, and then of course the military finishing him off. I feel like that really would have ended like their story altogether. The oldest brother had to finish off his younger brother, but then the world has to destroy him as well. Before things go from bad to worse. In the future. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Oscar. Well, I'm glad I was able to get y'all thinking a little bit on that question. That makes me happy. But, all right, so of course we've already talked about quite a bit about the movie. So of course now, Simpson. Next up, we're gonna obviously talk about one thing that we all know and love, that we all kind of met each other through, and honestly, that's through the collectibles. So I know I only have one thing as far as collectibles go, so I'll go ahead and shut off real quick. Whew. I got the one of the best exclusives, Standard and Guile from X Plus, the 30 centimeter versions.
Wow.
Things are absolutely gorgeous as you see all the damage done on Gyra. Sander kind of looks the same as the regular version, but these things look incredible. I meant to do a photo shoot before this, but this week's been crazy, so I haven't had time. But yeah, these things are fantastic. And these are the only things I have in my collection as far as collectible wise goes. So Samson, do you have anything as far as Gargantuas go as far as collectibles? And if you don't, what do you want to get?
I used to have the 30 centimeter set when Diamond reissued them. I had those a while back.
Used to?
Yes,
man. I remember. Yeah. Your Gargantuas, Samson, were like the ones that really piqued my interest in your earlier collection tour. I'm like, what are those?
Yeah. I made a major profit off of them because the set when they reissued them from Diamond, it was I think it was $140. Sold them for $5.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Somebody was willing to pay. Okay. As far as I would love to have those back, but no. As far as a set that I would love to have because of the love that I have for this very specific company, I really want to get the Parababy Sanda and Gyra with their little extras. What Gyra has his little version, or not? Sanda has his little version of himself, and Gyra has
was it an
airport building? I think it's an airport.
Yeah, he's got
building.
the airport building. Yep.
Oh, okay. Airport building.
So I would love to get the original mail away versions, not in one of the weird reissues. I want the original versions of both of those to add to my Parababy collection. Since I got all the Godzilla stuff, I don't have any of the non-Toho or non-Godzilla Toho stuff yet.
Get it together. Get it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any. I know. I'm upset that I can't add to that portion of today's video.
Okay. Eric, what about you? Since this is your favorite non-Godzilla film,
Oscar, do you have anything?
No, well, I mean, I would rather have you be last there because I would love to see what you have personally. I mean, if that's okay with you, Adrian.
Okay, so
Yeah,
no,
that's
yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, like I mentioned, I don't have anything gargantuous because again, y'all know I'm an articulated collector. I am waiting for the perfect set or figures of Sanda and Garrett, either it's Monster Arts or Haya, or hell, possibly Titanic Creations. You never know. I just love to because I would love to recreate the fight scenes with the little dioramas or whatever. I would love to recreate some of those cool scenes from them in the city, the ocean, or in the forest. That it's just I would love to have gone like their X pluses or even the Bandai stuff or YMS stuff, but nah, it has to be articulated figures for sure. Like I have y'all know me. I have my goals on certain collectibles for articulated figures, and Sanda and Gyra are really high up there for me to really have them being articulated figures. If not, I can have little substitutes at the time. Like have like a Bigfoot and a Yeti articulated figures, as subs. Yeah, yeah. All right, Eric.
All right, you SOBs. Well, I'm gonna make myself big screen.
Big.
So
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
first, I'm gonna show off the premium Bandai Sanda and Gyra
yeah.
figures,
Mm.
which are great. These were the first ones to come out of the premium Bandai line,
I remember
actually.
that.
So
Yep, I remember. They were all over.
I saw these prototypes at G Fest way years back ago, which was just amazing.
Oh.
Like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I had to get those. So yeah, so these guys I love in the collection. Let's see what else. Then I'm gonna go to physical media, actually, because obviously we love physical media.
right.
Here.
Well, I can do that too.
And,
I should have.
Oh my
First,
gosh.
I'm gonna show off my VHS of
Dang.
War of the Gargantuas.
Oh my God, look at him.
You gotta love physical VHS stuff.
Oh, they look so weird.
So yeah, this was watched a lot as a kid, so I definitely had to pick that. And then, of course, after that, when they finally kind of remastered it and brought it out, then I got the classic media Rodan.
I need that one.
Gargantua
Yes,
DVD
that's the one I
set,
want to get. Yes,
which is just amazing.
yes.
Inexpensive now too. Good God.
Oh yeah, that is true.
What dubs on that one, Eric?
This has all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then, that'd be a fun one. Oh yeah, okay, I want to get that one for sure.
It has UPA, it has international, and it has the Japanese. So it has all three on this. So,
Cool.
I'm sure it's on the extras too, right, Eric?
Yeah, there's extras too. Yep. And then to go even a step further, I upgraded from that. I got a Blu-ray copy of War of the Gargantuas. I know Samson has this that he could have shown off, but he didn't. But
I didn't think about that.
I know you didn't.
Shame on you.
The marble brain. That's why you're Samson.
Yeah. So I got those, and then let's not forget that there was a debut in this film. Okay, that we got the first of that. Now it's like cemented itself into Toho Godzilla lore, but it was the debut of the Mazer.
What? Oh, that's right. I completely. That's right. I forgot they debuted this one first. Love it.
Yeah. So they debuted the Mazer tank, and this is actually a die-cast model, and it's specifically for 1966 for this film.
Very nice.
That's so
probably
cool.
on Mazer tank. Dang it. Oh well.
Yeah, I need to get me one too, maybe from Revoltech or something. But this is pretty sick. Wow. And you're not gonna have it put together, are you, Eric?
So basically, it is put together. It's just a few things that I have to put on there, like small pieces, but it's basically all put together, and it actually lights up and does all the light ups and stuff like that, like you're actually shooting it and stuff. So I literally haven't checked it out and actually put it together yet. So, but yeah, yeah, it's something that's pretty cool that I have to absolutely get on my shelf, and I actually got it to put it with the other two guys that I am happy to have and say that I got the 30 centimeters Gargantua set from X Plus, but mine's a little bit different, as you can maybe see or not see, but I know Adrian, yours looked very similar, but mine is actually the Diamond reissue, but it's custom by Mark Sang Yang because I wanted to have Battle Damage Gyra on him.
Yes,
Oh,
I love that. I love that.
Did he gouge the figure?
No, he put like putty on it and stuff like that, and made it wounds and stuff, and then he painted the blood on his face that you can see at the end of the film. That the wounds even go along the arms, and then there's even
shoulders, the
gouges,
back.
even the back.
I love that. I just love that. Those details.
Great job.
Yeah.
Mark did a great job on that.
And actually, they're painted a little bit different too, because I had him do a little bit of a wash / upgrade the paint job. I thought the paint job was a little too dark, and so he actually changed the paint job a little bit on this, a little bit darker highlights, added some more lighter colors to it to kind of make it pop a little bit more, and then did a little bit with Gyra as well. So these are custom, I guess you could say, to a sense, but also for the most part have the integrity of the original X Plus. So, but I just thought it'd be really cool to do that, and Mark obviously hit it out of the park with the custom jobs as he always does. So yeah, so prize position.
So
wait,
cool.
Where's the purple mascara on Gyra?
Oh god.
Oh boy.
In the Blu-ray version, you can see he has like purple highlights around his eyes.
Oh, okay. I got something in my head that just popped up. What would y'all love? Like, all right, imagine this: Mondo Gargantua set.
That would be gnarly. I can see them doing something like that. That
was actually my next question too. What company would you like to see make Gargantua figures?
Oh, my bad.
Well, he gave his answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. First, I would love to see Mondo go for it, and then again, either for me again, articulate either higher toys or Monstars. But yeah, besides those two, it would be cool to see Mondo bring these out. As I said, having like 3 or 4 color variants. But yeah, those are my answers.
So I actually just recently got rid of the M1 glow in the dark set of the Gargantuas because there's another set that's out right now. The name and company is escaping me right now, but they just brought out the Gargantuas, and I think they're just super cool, and I kind of want to upgrade to those. So actually, there is a set of Sofubi out there that I actually want, so I'm not going to say who I would like to because they already made it. I just need to get them actually. So, but unfortunately, they were con exclusive, so they're going to be a little bit harder to grab. But hopefully, one day I will grab them, and I want to put them into my collection because they're really really cool. I do dig them, and I think they're great representations of those two. Just a little bit better. As much as I love the M1s, it was just kind of a stepping point for Sofubi when I got into Sofubi. And now I'm just kind of upgrading to another level that I think is even better and not as soft. It's a little bit more rugged and just kind of fits their characteristics more, I guess.
Cool.
Okay. Session.
With Bandai Movie Monster Series knocking stuff out of the park with their sculpts these days. Excuse me. Yeah, I would love to see a new. I mean, yeah, we got the premium Bandai. Which was good for what it was, but with the more accurate, awesome sculpts, let's see them give these guys some justice.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yep.
Yeah, and also I would have to agree with Oscar. Mondo's already been taking all my money. Just come on, Mondo. Just let's put him out.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so we do have one more slide, Samson.
Okay. Why did we go back to this screen? I didn't do that.
I didn't do that either.
I thought we were done.
We're almost done. I promise. We're almost done. Which, of course, happy 60th anniversary to Frankenstein's monster, Sanda and Gyra. Which, of course, I know I do have a giveaway. I do have a giveaway.
What?
These guys don't even know what the giveaway item is yet.
What?
Yeah,
I-
what?
I-
What?
Sneaky.
What?
I have a giveaway item.
Okay, well,
Y'all ready to see it?
What is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Actually, going to
It's
be
not-
the French poster of Sanda and Gyra World of
Oh,
Gargantuas. So
what?
much make me
Cool.
big.
Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up.
hang on.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh,
Sneaky.
oh, that's
Lucky.
cool.
That's cool.
where'd you get
Okay,
I want
honestly,
that.
wow.
I want that.
Oh, you wow. Okay. I gotta say this right now, Mondo. If you guys ever were to do the Gargantuan set, these two, this paint variant right here would be cool. Wow.
Oh.
it'd make for a
Yeah.
good cover on the box.
For sure. And like I said,
yeah.
this is the French poster of it. I actually found this at a con years ago. I just haven't ever put it up. Honestly, I'm actually rectifying putting up a lot of my posters right around the house now. But I was like, you know what? For this show, gotta give this bad boy away. So I do have the hashtag in the chat already, and get that put up now if I can get to it fast enough. There it goes. Sibling Wars. So put hashtag Sibling Wars in the chat, everyone.
Ooh.
With a capital S. There is a capital S in the beginning, so
Yes.
make sure you do that capital S.
Oh shit.
Absolutely.
Because AI pays attention to that kind of stuff.
Absolutely it does.
Wow, that is so cool. And I gotta love, I always gotta love, with this film, yeah, the main focus is always with the Gargantuas. And it's always with the
Eric.
It is always with the Gargantuas, but
If nobody wants to screw you guys, man, I'll have it.
Oscar.
no,
Oscar did too, see?
Oh my god. You're horrible.
but before I forget, I love how we get with posters or any other media stuff. I love people get to still put in the octopus or odaku right there with them, because again, it's not just them two. There's also the giant octopus or odaku. I just love it.
Yeah.
There's like
absolutely.
two damn people that put their names in chat. Or put the hashtag in chat.
If you guys want to win this poster, this French poster, put in hashtag sibling wars.
Yes,
Yes.
Michael,
For free.
you got to put in hashtag, not just sibling wars.
Yes.
Do
Put in the
hashtag
too.
sibling
Yes,
wars.
hashtag Sibling Wars.
Yeah, yes, hashtag capital S sibling wars.
So while they're doing this, I'll ask a quick question here. Real easy. How were you first exposed to this movie? And where did you watch it? Oscar, let's go first.
Well, my easiest answer is obviously on YouTube. Obviously, yeah, it's the dub. It's that dub. Was it international dub, right? Yeah, it's an international dub that I watched on YouTube, and I pretty much watched it. What was I doing? I think I was watching Samson's. Yeah, it was Samson's. Like your panning of your collection at the time. Back in the day. I saw your Gargantuas, and then Leslie's reviews on them, and seeing everyone having them, and then watching looking back at my old the old YouTuber that I used to love and enjoy watching him, Ultraman Chronos, when he had the double DVD set of Rodan and War of the Gargantuas. So I watched it on YouTube. It made me fall in love with it. I mean, yeah, even though it took me this long, but hey, better late than never. But it really got up there as like one of my top 10 or maybe top 5 non-Godzilla films. It's just awesome, man. And then go
What
ahead.
did you say? Probably 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Five
I
years
would
ago?
say, at least, between 5 or 10 years ago. I only watched it one time, but then when I, meeting you guys and being with you guys, I rewatched it again. It made me fall in love with the film all over again, man. Like, it's just awesome. Yeah, and again, seeing the collectibles and seeing more and more work or picture stuff, it's crazy. It's like when you look at like certain films or monsters, like, oh my gosh, like I'm barely watching this, or he or she is barely watching this, and all of a sudden it's getting recognized more and more, like each year. Like it's crazy. But yeah, that's how I watched it for the first time.
Okay.
That's nice.
Samson.
In my early 20s, I went and visited, or early to mid 20s, I went and visited Rich in Boston, and he had that Rodan slash Gyro where the Gargantua set, and I was like, I've never seen this, so we popped it on middle of the night, drinking beers, watching movies, and just being total goofballs back in my my mid 20s. So that was my introduction to it. I got to sit down and watch it with a good Godzilla buddy in Boston.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Adrian, when did you watch it?
Actually, it was actually Leslie who actually convinced me to watch this years ago. I actually just got the notification today that me and Leslie have 8 years of friendship on Facebook. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's been 8 years already. Good God.
Wow.
But yeah, Leslie was opening my horizon for kaiju stuff at the time, and World of Gargantuas was like, hey, this is if you don't watch any film, watch this film first. And I just happened to find I forgot where I found it. Probably on I don't remember where I found it honestly, but I did find the film and I watched it and instantly fell in love with it. So I definitely have Leslie to thank for that.
Nice. Yeah, and then I'll just say, like I said, I saw this on Monster Vision on TNT when I was a teenager. I had no idea what it was. It's the first time I saw Frankenstein Conquers the World. Actually, they played Frankenstein first, then they played this one, and I had no idea what they were or what they consisted of. And I was watching it. So if you know what Monster Vision is during the day, like it was a marathon for like a whole weekend or 3 days or whatever, how long it was. And at the time, I didn't have cable. So I actually went to my cousin's house and I spent the day and night just watching kaiju flicks, monster flicks, anything. That's all I did was I just watched all these movies all day long, and I stayed there all weekend to watch it. And this particular movie and Frankenstein was like, I think it started at like 11 or 12 at night. So then I had to stay up till, like 4 a.m. just to watch both of these films because I had never seen them. And they always gave you like a preview of what's to come, and this and that. And it saw this. And I was like, what the heck? That looks cool. And yeah, that's how I got to see them. And then obviously later on, I found the VHS of it. And then from there, found the DVD and all this stuff. And so, yeah, that's, I give a lot to Monster Vision and TNT because actually that's how I saw, I believe, Destroy All Monsters also. Didn't even know it was a thing. And that's the first time I saw Destroy All Monsters. So yeah, a lot of the Godzilla films, kaiju films I watched on Monster Vision. So yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree, Eric. I mean, that's how I saw all the Heisei films. Honestly, was on Monster Vision marathon. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this looks modern. We called.
For real.
I mean, I had to get there like 2 or 3 in the morning to switch the tapes out too. It was
Michael. We twins,
That's
man.
what
We
I'm
twins. Monster Vision for the win.
Oh,
very
that's
nice,
pretty
very
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
I got one more question before we do the giveaway.
Okay.
I know y'all gonna hate me though on this one.
Oh boy.
You can only keep one. You got get rid of the other 2 forever.
Okay, do it.
The fight for Water Gargantuas, fight in Godzilla versus Gigan, and the fight in Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh.
You only keep one.
Godzilla Kong 2021?
Yes.
No. What?
Oh.
Wait, keep one. Other 2 are gone forever.
Yep.
You could have said King Kong first. Wait, are you sure you meant to say King Kong versus Godzilla?
No, that's what I meant to say. You heard me right.
So
Keeping for all time. Are you kidding me? Who is this question aimed at? You aimed this at all three of us. You were like, okay, Samson likes Gigan, Eric likes Gargantuas, Oscar likes 2021. So let's just.
Okay, let me clarify this. All right, if it was King Kong versus Godzilla, it'd be more like Gargantuas.
But it's not.
But it's not. But since it's not. No, the heck to the no. I'm sorry. I love World of Gargantuas, but as a kid, I was dying for a rematch of Godzilla vs King Kong for years. We didn't get that in the 90s, but yes, these two wonderful beasts right here. I'm sorry, Yeah. There. All right, Eric. Yep. Eric, you're the last one. Eric picked his. I picked mine. I think it's obvious what you're gonna pick.
No, it's not. Because I know how much Eric loves Godzilla versus King Kong. That fight.
Yeah, it's the for what is the best film in the MonsterVerse. It's the best fight in the MonsterVerse.
Yeah.
And I love the fight in Gigan though too. It's so good. It's so long.
Yeah.
And it's the final hurrah for Nakajima, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is very true. Oh, okay, Eric. Come on. just rip the Band-Aid. Just rip the beard off and just say it.
The Band-Aid's staying on. I'll bleed out. Samson, what would you go with?
Did you not hear me? I put Gigan.
Oh,
Gigan for all time.
Damn it! I was trying to give myself some time here.
Yeah.
AJ, what did you pick?
This ain't my question. I asked y'all.
Okay, fine.
You have to participate.
Yeah, I would.
Why?
That's for fun.
Oh God, I would have to stick with this one. Like, I'm sorry with the other two, but this one, I don't know. It's so good, so different, and we have a lot of Godzilla fights. If we miss two, so what? We have 30 other films, 28 other films, whatever, that we have Godzilla fights in. So you get rid of this one. This is, like I said, this is very significant where people, celebrities, directors, whatever, have praised this particular film and what it brought to the kaiju genre as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get rid of this one, so this one I would have to stay. The other two would have to go.
Okay,
as much as it would pain
there.
Me.
Right now, what about this fight and Terror of Mechagodzilla?
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. No.
That's what you should have said instead of what was
I should have added it as a fourth film is what I should have done.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were going to. I was like, don't you say terror, you son of a...
Yeah, that's what... That was my thought process too. Like, oh.
You aimed that at me hard. You said Gigan for. I was like,
Yeah, and I had to like clean my headphones and ears. Like, wait a minute. He said he meant King Kong versus Godzilla, not GVK.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
all right.
All right.
That was a fun question. I didn't blame Leslie in that one. Blame Leslie for that madness. Okay.
Fight. Yeah. For real.
I'm just reading the comment from DJ. DJ. Oh, okay, DJ. I'm sorry, but yeah, DJ. It's up there for me, DJ. GVK all the way.
DJ Sash had a fifth movie.
Yeah, no way.
No, we're done. We answered the question.
We're done. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give away to already by chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Just in case we have any last minute stragglers. # sibling wars for this Prince World of Gargantua poster.
Hashtag capital S.
Yeah, if you guys don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
everybody's
had a
put his name in
couple
there
of-
too.
We had a couple of stragglers make their way into chat, so don't worry. It's not just both you two.
Yeah. And remember, it's
Dang it.
remember again, capital S. Yeah.
Yes. Capital S.
Sibling wars.
Oh, all right. Here's my question for you guys. Obviously, since we're waiting for a little bit more for stragglers, out of the entire film, obviously you guys have met multiple celebs, actors, and actresses in the films. Who in War of the Gargantuas would you love to see the most, like to actually meet?
Nakajima. Obvious. That's
Okay.
obvious. It's easy.
Well, I met Nakajima, so
Yeah, same. It would be probably out of the two, but I'd probably do Kumi Mizuno just because she just doesn't want to do conventions, and I think it would be the hardest to get. But Kenji Sahara, I would love to. Like he would be another just dream to freaking meet. Honestly, I hope
he's still alive, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so is she. But yeah, I would say Kumi Mizuno just because I think she'd be the hardest to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely agreed. Because I mean, come on, even in her however old she is, she's still fine.
Yep. Yeah. As for me personally, I would love to meet her, but I would love to meet the actor who was in the Sanda suit. I mean, he's still around, is he? Correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to meet him because unfortunately, Nakajima, isn't. Wait, not Nakajima. Crap, you mentioned. Yeah, Adrian, you mentioned his freaking name.
Oh,
somebody said it way earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Hiroshi.
A couple people.
Hiroshi. What's his last name?
Here I found it. Hiroshi Sekita. Sekeita.
Yes, I would love to meet him since unfortunately we lost the legend, years ago, and it broke me. But yeah, I would love to meet him. Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
All right, how many people do we got? 5.
Real quick, Jordan comes at the very end. You loser. Where do you all rank this movie for the list of non-Godzilla Toho movies?
Oh, I'll go first.
Top.
First.
Put the ones up, baby.
Oh.
Put the ones up. Put them up. Acknowledge.
Okay. Toho wise, non-Godzilla number 1. But if it's out of the entire kaiju monster genre, top 10 or 5. But yeah, Toho number 1.
Wait, what do you have above this?
The what?
What do you have above this that's not Godzilla's?
Oh well, I can't say because I'm still working on the list. I actually put down. Where's my? Let me get my journal.
Good lord.
Yeah, because I already did the whole top.
Can of worms, Adrian.
I already did a whole top 10 non-Godzilla films, and obviously I lost that list unfortunately, but yeah, I have a whole bunch of non-Godzilla films, whether it's Pacific Rim, Gamera, and War of the Gargantuas and all that's on here. So I need to do a whole re-ranking of my top 10 films of non-Godzilla films. So it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, last call.
Last call.
Put it in there.
Last call.
Then we're gonna do it.
One
last
chance for Adrian's poster up there.
Yep.
Looks like a sweet poster. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. I would love to win this before Eric does. Even though I'm not gonna get him. I would love Yeah. It'd be so funny.
You tell me when, Adrian, and I'll click her.
I say go for it. It's too.
We gave people.
All right,
let's go.
And away. Oh wait. Away we go.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I got a chance.
Okay. Who's it gonna be?
Congratulations, Mitchell.
Congratulations, bro.
Yay! These guys, they didn't win it.
Shut up.
Oh, well done.
I think Mitchell, I believe you're the first time winner also.
I think it is.
Yeah, I believe so as well. So yeah.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, what? LOL."
Yeah. Yes. So congratulations
So
on this unique thing. Sorry.
Mitchell,
Go ahead.
do us a favor and send us an email to monsterwithattitude90@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you. We'll get your address and all that stuff, and free of charge, no shipping, no nothing. Adrian will ship it your way, and
Absolutely.
congrats.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Yes. Congratulations. Ah,
Awesome, man.
that was fun.
Awesome. Congrats. All right.
Say he won the Godzilla 2023 on another giveaway. Oh, okay, so he has one before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. Oh, I didn't realize.
Which 2023
nice.
was it? Trying to think.
I
Huh.
won the Godzilla 2023 X Plus on another giveaway.
Oh, it's
Oh, he won the X Plus.
yeah, it was the X Plus. That's right.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, I might still have his address in. I'll look for it. But either email us just in case to make sure I have it.
All right.
All right, that's all we got for tonight, boys. Of course, I know we still have shows coming up all the time. Of course, me, Samson, and Eric would definitely be gaming next Saturday, as we continue our journey through the new Halo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And of course, Sunday, I know we got our Let's Talk Raw show, and MWA review is coming up. I just haven't figured out when yet. Even though I have everything done for it, just about. I just don't know when we're gonna do it. I need to get with these boys to kind of figure out a date. But thank you everybody for watching, hanging out with us. I do appreciate y'all. I'm definitely glad that we got to talk about this amazing film together, and I'm looking forward to talking about our next show on August 30th with Sam Cindy. Would you like to go ahead and announce that, Playboy?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So we
You
are.
can't
I'm still going down my Ultraman path. Getting closer. Almost finished with it. But 60 years of Ultraman. It premiered. God, we just hit its anniversary recently. But I forget what the exact date was, but we did not watch it. We didn't watch any episodes that day for some reason, but we are slowly but surely going through the Ultraman, or I am. I don't know. These Adrian, you're also behind. So we're going through it together, but we will be doing our 60th anniversary show for Ultraman, which God knows why I was chosen for this with the least knowledge, but okay. We will
volunteered. What are you talking about?
I did not. Y'all volunteered me, actually. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, hell, finally.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, but we will be watching those periodically. We post on our Facebook when we get when we hop into Twitch and do some more watch parties. I've been going through it and I've been having a lot of fun. The last two episodes that we watched were the two-parter with Gamora. So I finally know.
Yeah, damn right. The boy.
I know about the goat. I know about the goat.
Yeah, damn right.
So that is August 30th, as Adrian said. So the end.
See, Kylo was there.
Yeah.
No. Yes, because he's very well known for telling the truth.
Yeah.
But that will be on August the 30th. So we will also have a special guest along with that show. Guys, I forget who you said it was.
John Ruffin.
John Ruffin
will be on our show. So that will be fun to have his expert knowledge. And oh God, y'all are really you're putting me on the line here with that. For the love of God, bringing a veteran in, and I have to make the show good. Oh God.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun. I am getting into it. I'm having a lot of fun with what I've seen. It's a fun show. I'm not going to call it the great be all end all show, and I'm glad that I'm getting through it. So, yeah, we'll get to discussing that at the end of the month. 2 shows this month. Woohoo!
All right.
Keep coming. Crazy. And of course, as Captain Gordon says right next to Eric, don't be a hoe. Share our show. Like, share, and subscribe to us if you haven't yet, because I definitely do look at all that on YouTube, and it does show a lot of you are unsubscribed. So definitely go subscribe to us. Of course, like and share the video to get us out of that evil algorithm that we seem to be stuck in. So we continue to put out amazing content for y'all.
Indubitably.
All
Well,
right.
Where we go?
Before
Glad
we go.
glad you're wearing pants.
Well, what I not. Well, anyways, so of course, we leave out on, of course, always saying and always making sure that we are always having one phrase, 3 words to follow, and that's embrace the
Embrace the
attitude.
attitude.
Embrace the attitude.
Bye,
Later.
everyone.